$300 in product, a $3,000 invoice, one kitchen counter, and you can do the whole thing in 2 weeknights after your day job, not instead of your day job. 30 years in the trades, fellas, and I've watched people hand over $6,000 for a slab of stone. This looks exactly the same, and it costs $300 in material. It's 2 evenings, and that's the whole job. There's a window on night 1 that ruins it if you rush. Tack weld that like button for me, fellas, and grab your gloves and let's get into it. So here's the whole hustle in one breath. You take an ugly, outdated kitchen counter and you pour in a thin layer of epoxy resin right over it. When it's done, it looks like a marble or granite slab that cost over $6,000 normally. And the homeowner, they keep their cabinets, they keep their sink, and they get a brand new high-end counter for a fraction of the cost. And that's the pitch. Now, the money. One kit covers a standard kitchen, about $300. And here's the part that makes this doable for anybody. That kit, it comes with everything. It comes with the resin, the hardener, all the colored powders you need, and step-by-step instructions for every single design. You're not mixing chemistry from scratch, you're following a recipe. A propane torch and a sander you already own, and that's it. That's all the tools. And notice what's not on that list. No shop, no slab saw, no $10,000 equipment. The torch, the sander, the spreader, the buckets, if you spend any time in the trades, you already own them. You're not buying a business, you're buying one kit. And that's the whole reason the number stays at $300 and not $3,000. Now, the invoice part. Pros charge $50 to $100 a square foot installed. A normal kitchen is 35 to 40 square feet. So do the math. At $75 a foot, that's $3,000. $300 in, $3,000 out. That's not markup, that's 10 to 1. And the homeowner is thrilled because the real stone quote was $6,000 or more and a 2-week demolition on their kitchen. So why isn't every guy in the trades already doing this? There's 2 reasons I came up with. 1, they think it takes a shop. Well, it doesn't. It happens right there on the customer's cabinets. 2, they think it eats a weekend they don't have. It doesn't. It takes 2 evenings after work. And the second one, that's the part nobody's telling you. Guys, real quick, I put together a totally free 2026 Blue Collar Resource Guide. It's got links to getting started in union jobs, free apprenticeship programs, and grants to start up your own small business. It covers all 50 states, and it's totally free. My gift to you. Just hit the link down in the description, fellas, and grab you a free copy. And while you're at it, do me a favor. Tap that subscribe button and notification bell. It's also free to you, and it helps us bring 3 fresh new videos to you every single week. I sure appreciate it. Now let's get into it. Night 1, you head over to the job after work, and you block out about 3 hours. This is the night that makes or breaks the whole counter, so lock in here, guys. It starts with prep, and prep is the entire job. Skip it, cut it short, and that beautiful counter peels up in a month. You're doing it twice for free. You're not tearing anything out. The old laminate stays right where it is. You scuff the whole surface with 80 grit so the epoxy has something to bite to. Wipe it down with denatured alcohol and tape off the walls and cabinet faces. Now 3 spots usually get people. The sink cutout. Run a bead of clear caulk around the rim so nothing seeps under. The backsplash, tape a clean line 4 inches up so your edge looks factory. And the seams, if 2 sections meet, fill and sand them flat right now. Resin shows every drip. Run a level across the whole top. Any low spot, the resin pools there and cures thick. Find it now, not after you've poured. Then you prime, a bonding primer, rolled on thin and even. And here's the update that changes everything. That primer flashes off in about a half an hour. You don't have to wait for tomorrow. You clean your tools, you set out your kit, and by the time you're ready, it's ready. You go straight into the pour. That's how the whole thing collapses in 2 nights instead of 3. Now here's the mix. The one step that makes or breaks the whole damn counter. Your kit comes with a recipe card for your design that you picked. You measure your resin, it's 1 to 1, equal parts A and B by the ounce for your square footage. Then you add the colorants that come in the kit as well. Right into the bucket, guys. A few drops of your tints, a scoop or 2 of metallic, it's all on the card. Then you mix it. And listen, this is the real work of the whole job. You hold the bucket, drop the drill in slow, then bring it up to speed, and you scrape the sides and the bottom the whole time. Do it solid for about 2 minutes, and that's your forearm workout. Skip it, half mix it, leave a streak or harder on the side of the bucket, and you get soft, tacky spots that never cure. So make sure and do your mixing right. That's the mistake number one, and it's a fatal one. One more thing before you pour, watch your room temperature. Keep it around 72 degrees, the resin turns to syrup and it won't lay flat. But don't stress the clock, guys. This stuff is built for first timers. It's got a long open time. You're not racing it. Take a breath and have some fun with it. Now you pour. Forget everything about spraying epoxy with a squeegee, because you don't even do that. The color's already in the resin. You pour it straight onto the prime board. Follow the grain, one color at a time. Start with your least prominent color first and lay a ribbon front to back. Then the next, then the metallic. You stay a couple inches from the edges so it doesn't just run off. Then you put the tool down and use your hands. This is the cool part, guys. You push the resin flat and pull it towards the edges. Pull, don't push. It's easier and it doesn't pile up that way. And you meld those colors together on the surface. Lay your grain all one direction first, then come back and put a few spots diagonal waves through it. That's what makes it really look like real stone instead of man-made pour. The rookie move is dumping all your color in one spot, so spread it all around as you go. And here's the beauty of it, guys. You're not guessing on the look. Every design is just a different recipe of tints and metallics, and the kit gives you the exact one. There's 11 of them. Your clean classic sellers like white granite, whisper gray, silverstone, or you've got your warm natural stone like travertine, noche, and then the showstoppers you charge extra for, that blue and gold flash, the cosmos, the black shot through the gold, or blue pearl, the exotic black pearl, or jade emerald. How about gray ghost stone, line soapstone? Same $300 kit, guys, and you've got all these exotic looks that just double your invoice. Once it's spread and blended, you hit the whole thing with a propane torch. There's two reasons. It pops every bubble that comes up in the mix, and it warms the surface for the next trick. And you can get right down close, it won't hurt a thing. Work across the whole top till the bubbles are gone. Now here's the step that turns a nice pour into something that looks like a slab off the earth. Absorbable alcohol. 91 or 93%. You mist a little across the top and it opens up the color into soft realistic cells and veins, that natural stone pattern that you can't fake by hand, guys. And less is more here. You can always add, but wait about 5 seconds and torch it one more time to lock in the pattern. That's the magic. That's the part that sells the whole thing. Get it right, get under your edges, and then you walk away, because now it has to cure for 24 hours, sometimes more, before you lay a finger on it. That's the one weight you can't skip, and it's the only one left. But you don't stand there for it. It hardens overnight while you sleep, and while you're back at your day job tomorrow. That's exactly why this works around a shift. The resin does not care that you're clocking in. Night one, done. So while the counter cures overnight, let me take 30 seconds real quick, because this is how a lot of people are now diversifying their retirement plan. Check it out. You know, one thing I've learned after decades of working around hardworking people, most folks aren't afraid of putting in the work. They'll spend 30 or 40 years building a career, saving for retirement, and trying to do everything the right way. But here's the part a lot of people put off: making sure all of that hard work is actually protected. Because the reality is, most retirement accounts are still heavily tied to the stock market. So when the market takes a hit, your retirement could take one too. Now, I'm not saying you should move everything. That's a personal decision. But a lot of people are at least looking into whether having a portion of the retirement backed by physical gold makes sense. That's why I partnered with Augusta Precious Metals. What I like is they don't press you into anything. They take the time to explain how a gold IRA works. They answer your questions and help you decide whether it's a fit for you in your own situation. If you've been thinking about protecting what you've spent a lifetime building but just haven't looked into it yet, now's probably a good time to get informed. Click the link down in my description or text JV Charles to 35052 to get Augusta's free guide. I've done my homework on Augusta before recommending them, guys. They are the best overall gold IRA company 4 years running, and that's why I'm comfortable pointing you in their direction. Learn how it works, ask your questions, and make the decision that's right for you. All right, back to work. Night 2. The counter's cured hard as glass. Tonight is short, an hour, maybe 2, and it's the night you get paid. Because it's self-leveled overnight, the top is already cured out to that glass finish. So tonight isn't sanding the whole thing down, it's inspection and touch-up. You walk in on daylight and you look for any dust nib or a spot where a bubble popped late. Light sand that spot down and dab a little fresh resin to fill it. 9 times out of 10, they're almost nothing to fix. And that's the beauty of a self-leveling pour. Then knock down any drips on the underside, recaulk under the sink so it's watertight, and buff out the top till it snaps to a shine. Just little touches. They're the difference between good and paid. And hand off a care card. No cutting straight on it, trivets under hot pans, but it is heat resistant, so you can put hot pans on it actually, and it wipes clean with soap and water. It's also scratch resistant, and that card protects your work. It makes you look like you've done 100 of these even though it's your 3rd or 4th. Then you clean up. Pull the tape in one satisfying pull, and you stand back up. That ugly laminate counter is gone. In its place is what looks like a $6,000 marble slab. Same cabinets, same sink, 2 nights. You hand the homeowner the invoice, $3,000, and they pay it smiling because they priced the real thing and it was double with a 2-week wait and their kitchen torn apart. You had 300 in product in a couple evenings. The other 2,700, that's the skill. And you picked it up in a weekend off a YouTube channel. Now before you sell one of these, answer 4 questions every homeowner asks. Get these right and you'll close on the spot. Will it scratch? This top is scratch resistant. We don't recommend you cutting directly on it, but it's scratch resistant. Will hot pans hurt it? You can put a hot pan on this thing, no problem, guys. I don't suggest putting boiling, scalding hot pans on it every single day, but it is. It's safe. And how about is it food safe? The cured resin is once it's fully hardened. And they'll ask you, will it yellow maybe on some of the white finishes? Only cheap resin and sunny windows yellows. This countertop kits are UV stable, and that's what you're paying for. So buy the kit, follow the instructions, and it stays clear for years. And here's why that matters for your wallet. They're comparing you to 2 things: new laminate, which is cheaper, but it still looks like laminate, or real stone, which is $6 grand, 2 weeks with their kitchen torn apart. You're that 3rd door. Better than the laminate and a fraction of the stone. 2 evenings and 0 demolition, fellas. So that's this beautiful hustle, guys. 2 nights and 3 grand. 300 in product. You could stop right there, do 1 counter a week on the side, and pocket an extra 150 grand a year on top of your paycheck. And honestly, most guys would be thrilled. But if you stop there, you're leaving the real money on the table, because 1 counter at a time isn't the play. The play is what happens after your first few. Here's the part that turns a side hustle into a business. You don't chase kitchens one at a time. You go where kitchens come in bulk. House flippers. Every flipper in your town is ripping out counters right now, and they hate paying for stone. You do their whole flip for 2 grand. They call you on the next 10 houses probably. That's not a job, that's reoccurring money. And where do you find flippers? They're not hiding, guys. They're in local real estate investor groups. They're the LLCs buying ugly houses on your street. You see a dumpster in a driveway, a lockbox on the door? That's a flip usually. And that's your customer. Message 10 of them with before and after photos. You'll land 2, I bet. And quoting is dead simple. Measure the square footage, multiply by your rate, and that's your number. No hourly, no guessing. You quote the transformation, not your time. Because they don't care if it took 2 nights or 10. And your first counter, do it on your own bathroom vanity, guys. It's small, it's cheap, and nobody's paying. So a mistake costs you an evening, not your reputation. Or how about your friend's house or your mom's house? Do a counter in their house for next to nothing and just get your portfolio built. Photograph it before and after, and that one photo can be your entire portfolio starting off. You don't need 10 jobs, you need 1 good picture and the nerve to post it. Then you stack the surfaces too, fellas. It's not just kitchens, it's bathroom vanities, bar tops, fireplace surrounds, office reception desks. Same $300 skill, it's just a different room. A bar top in a restaurant was a $2,000 night, and you price by the look. A clean white granite or whisper gray is your standard rate, but an exotic Cosmo or exotic black pearl, you could even mark it up as premium, and it costs you the same $300 kit. One more money lever here. Once you're doing volume, you stop buying 1 kit at a time. You buy your kits by the case, straight from the supplier, and your cost per counter drops. Same $3,000 invoice, just a wider margin there. And that's the quiet part of every trade business. The guy doing 10 a month buys cheaper than the guy doing 1. And there's one upsell that fattens every single ticket. A waterfall edge. The marble pours over the side and runs down to the floor. Customers love this. It photographs incredible. It's a few hundred more for 20 or 30 minutes. The pattern is where your margin lives. Do that and you're not a guy with a side hustle anymore. You're the resin guy for every flipper in the county. Now let me be straight with you, this isn't free money. Night one could be a grind, prepping, priming, and pouring all in one evening after a full day. Your first counter runs longer than you planned. You'll scorch an edge and have to resand it maybe. The fumes are real, wear a respirator. And if you rush and don't tape things off properly, this hustle will humble you. But if you've got patience and hands that know how to work, by your third counter, 2 evenings is exactly what it takes, and the money is exactly what I told you. So let's bring it home, fellas. You didn't need a truck, you didn't need a shop, you didn't need to quit your job and take out a loan. You needed one kit that comes with instructions and $300 with 2 evenings. You were going to probably waste those 2 evenings anyway watching TV. That's the whole thing. The barrier was never the money or the time. The barrier was that nobody showed you the counter costs $300 and sells for $3,000. So now you know. So here's where you stand. You've got a skill that turns $300 to $3,000 in 2 evenings, and an invoice that the homeowners will love to pay. And you got a way to scale it in every flipper in town. Picture your first one dug, that ugly counter with the check in your hand, and you never missed a shift, and now it's a beautiful stone-looking counter. The only thing between you and your first counter is picking up your first job and pricing it right. And that's exactly where guys trip up sometimes. So make sure and check out our other videos here on JV Charles TV and the 2 videos I recommend on the end screen. Thanks for watching today, guys. I'm JV. We'll see you on the next one.